gave me a complimentary ceramic coating. They complimentary painted the mirrors black, which look absolutely incredible. Like everything just like ties in with the black right there and the black rim. Man, I miss this car, bro. It's like I just bought it and like barely have it, but now it's like it's back for good. Okay, it's back for good. There were just a few pieces on the wrap that were lifting up. Just naturally that'll happen. So they fixed it. Everything's good to go. My baby's back for good. All right, guys. As you see by the title of this video, we're going into reasons why you're not losing fat. So Cowboy Chad here. I don't even know where we are, like Galleria area. We went out to eat here the other night. I was like, yo, Hanman, like we gotta do a shoot here because this area is really nice. But anyways, reason number one why you might not be losing weight is actually a little bit contradictory in a sense to where you might actually be losing the fat, but it's almost invisible. What does that mean? You're looking at the scale. You're looking at the scale every day. You're seeing the weight go up a little bit. You're seeing the weight stay the exact same. But be real with yourself and be like, yo, in the mirror, am I changing? Because if you are, you're losing fat. Now, if you're a newer trainee, as you begin to get into the gym, as you begin to finally hit your protein, your macros, etc., you're gonna begin building muscle. Muscle is always gonna outweigh fat. So as you begin building muscle, you're losing fat simultaneously at the same time, but it's not reflecting on the scale. That shit doesn't matter. It's one measure of your progress. So here's what I recommend you do. Weigh yourself every day. I know that sounds like a mental battle, and you're like, oh fuck, but I don't want to have a bad relationship with the scale. When you see it as a measurement and not a definement, it changes. Because you want to be looking at the average of those 7 weigh-ins a week and comparing them to last week's average, right? Obviously, you want to be losing about 1% of your body weight per day, but no, as a newer trainee, within your first year and a half of lifting, it is very, very normal for you to see muscle gain during this process, which is going to show on the scale that your weight either might be staying the same or it's gonna go up. Weight's gonna fluctuate all over the place. Water, stress, sodium, so many factors play into that. So the day-to-day doesn't matter as much as the week-to-week, the month-to-month, but what matters the most is what you see in the mirror. Guys, I'm freezing my tits off just for Instagram content, all right? So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, honestly, at this point, you should just like stop watching the video. But, oh, car. Tip number 2 is going to be mistakes when tracking. And this is especially relevant if you're newer to tracking your macros, but there's a couple ways I want you guys to look at this. I don't want you to go too aggressive here and bring calories down week over week over week, right? Oh, I lost 2 pounds this week. I don't lose 10 pounds again next week, so I'm gonna bring my calories down. No. You lost 2 pounds this week, so keep your goddamn macros the exact same, because if shit ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Yes, it's gonna require patience, but at the end of the day, you want your fat loss to be healthy, you want your fat loss to be sustainable. Now, things you can keep in consideration here is you guys need to be tracking your macros, not your calories. Like, companies will round up their food labels. Like, a serving of crackers might say 140 calories, but in reality, it's 157 or 127. But the FDA allows companies to round their labels up. So don't go by calories, go by macro accuracy. I want you to be within 5 to 10 grams of your macronutrients, because when you add up carbs, proteins, fats, 4, 4, and 9, that's gonna have your accurate total of calories, not the actual caloric number itself. So be careful when you look at certain things, especially like something like peanut butter. Something's very dense, right? I'm going to show you what a tablespoon of peanut butter looks like, and that's probably like 200 calories compared to like 200 blueberries over here. So you guys had to be, mindful and actually track with the food scale, because that little shit will add up. You might not think it, oh, I'm not going to track this sauce, or no, I'm not going to track, this handful of peanuts. I'm telling you right now, you can add 100, 200, 300 calories to all of your days, and you might not know it, and you're like, oh fuck, like, why am I not losing weight? Well, when you add up 100 calories a day, per se, all throughout the week, that's 700 extra calories, which is going to cancel your caloric deficit. At the end of the day, in order to lose fat, you need to be in a caloric deficit. Number 3, my friends, is kind of be like a 2-in-1. It's gonna be between, compliance, but also like activity level. So as tip number 2 here, I kind of hit on, if you're adding in like untracked snacks and handfuls of certain things, that shit will add up, and it will. But you guys also need to understand like weekend eating, and that kind of reminded me because we're walking around this place. A couple weeks ago, we went out to eat here, and then went over there for a few drinks. Now you need to understand, yeah, I want you to live your life. Yeah, I want you to have fun. But when you are in a caloric deficit and you're in a dieting phase, you need to be adherent if you actually want it to work. If you don't want to spend as much time dieting, you want to stay adherent for a shorter amount of time to get it done. right? Because the more time that you spend building instead of dieting, the better your physique is going to look. But understand that if you're going out on the weekends and you're not tracking anything, you are clearly going way over what your caloric deficit should be, which is literally going to cancel your caloric deficit for the week. Guys, you understand that we need to look at this week by week. The same way we look at the average weigh-ins, we're looking at our average caloric intake for the week, right? So if we're at 2,000 calories all week, and then we're at 2,500, 3,000 for Saturday, Sunday, boom, that cancels deficit and you're at maintenance. So make sure before you go out, I'm not saying you can't go out, but make sure you save calories, make sure you save room, and understand that your activity level throughout the week plays a massive role as well, right? We're looking at calories in, calories out. You obviously want to be in a position to where your body's burning a lot of calories. So number one, you need to focus on your metabolic rate. How fast can I get my metabolism to start burning? Now, how do you get your metabolism fast? You reverse diet, you have more lean muscle. The more lean muscle mass you have in your frame, your faster metabolism is going to be, easier fat loss is going to be, okay? But one thing to keep in consideration as well is your non-exercise active thermogenesis, as well as your total daily energy expenditure. So I really recommend that you guys go on 10-15 minute walks, post every single meal throughout the day. That's about the easiest way to get yourself to 8 to 10K steps minimum. If you're not hitting a 6 to 10K step average, you really need to start getting your activity level up and understand how important that is. Like, yeah, you might go to the gym, but you're going to the gym for an hour and a half a day. You're not really staying that active throughout the rest of the day, which means that food's just sitting there, right? If you want your body to start burning all the calories that you're intaking for your fat loss to be effective, look at your activity level for the day. Does this mean that you need to add in cardio? Maybe, but know that cardio is a tool to raise your energy expenditure. Cardio is a tool to help you get more steps in. So take those things into consideration. But number one, guys, you need to measure your progress. If you're not tracking your macros, if you're not tracking the amount of cardio you're doing for the day, if you're not tracking your steps, if you're not inputting your weigh-ins, taking the average, you're never going to know over time if you're losing fat. So you need to look at it the one way. You can either go into this mindlessly, have no idea, or two, if you pay too close attention to the little details and you let it discourage you, it's gonna want to make you give up. So understand this shit takes time, but if you want to make sure you do it right, make sure you're in control of every single variable. So we're about to get into the workout. We have a chest only day in this split. As you know, I'm trying to bring my chest up right now. It's gonna require a little bit more frequency and volume than normal, so we have one solo chest day. It's gonna be freaking beautiful. But I want to get into reason number 4, why you're not necessarily losing weight right now. And you need to understand the concept of the leaner you get, the fewer calories your body needs, right? The heavier you are, the more muscle mass you need, the more energy your body's gonna need, right? Because the more muscle you have, the more your body's gonna want to burn calories on its own. So as you get leaner, what you need to understand is that, your calories are gonna end up decreasing over time. You can't just lose weight on this set amount of calories unless it's way too low. You're gonna get to a point to where if you start off your calories way too low, you're gonna get stuck, you're gonna crash diet, your metabolism's gonna be fucked. So you need to slowly decrease over time, but you need to understand the concept, hey, as you're leaner, right, your body's gonna need less energy, right? So as your diet, your body's gonna wanna preserve more energy. So that's why you need to fight against your body's natural response to just wanna lay around and feel tired and actually start moving, stay active as possible. Now, as you deficit, metabolic slowdown is going to occur. That's why a time to time, a refeed, a high day, a diet break is beneficial, I wouldn't say it's necessary unless you're dieting over an 8, 10, 12 week period, which I really don't recommend you do unless you're in prep. But those are things to keep in mind. Your metabolism's gonna slow down, your body's gonna want to preserve your energy, so you need to be aware that you need to either decrease calories or increase energy expenditure as you diet. We have the flat hammer strength press. You guys have hammer strength machines for the best, hands down. 3 sets of 8 here, right? So loading pretty heavy, but the big cue is as you press, that shit gets heavy, your elbow's gonna wanna go like this. That's my biggest habit. So what you wanna focus on doing is pressing and scooping your chest up, right? We're trying to hit this upper chest. So we're pressing and we're scooping up. If you're watching this video right now, feel what it's like to just do this and feel what it's like to scoop. That's what we're going for.
but it's gonna be the best workout of my life. Next workout is gonna hurt a lot. Here's a cable fly, 3x15 high for the upper chest here, and then 3x15 straight into the low. Now cues for this both. Elbows out, elbows together, elbows out, elbows together. Out here, elbows out, elbows together, elbows out, elbows together. Honestly, dude, like, hold my water. Alright, I just needed you to do that. Alright, we have 3 sets of 10. Incline dumbbell bench. Superset with incline dumbbell fly. Thanks for holding my water, dude.
As it's very easy for a workout like this, and like a high intensity push day, chest day for your shoulders. So, hey, dude, honestly,
What? As I was rudely interrupted.
alright, high intensity push day, you push it, you're pressing a lot, right? Very, very common for people to go like that, activate too much of your shoulders down here, not much of your chest, right? So, very important for you guys to focus on your scapular retraction, keeping your traps down through the whole way of the pressure movement, right? When you come up here, it doesn't mean go like this. I mean, you're still back here, right? Stretch out. Same thing with flies here, guys. We're not doing a press. We're keeping our elbows out nice and wide, and we're just bringing our elbows together. Right? Not bringing the elbows together, bringing the elbows together. And keep as much tension as possible on the chest.
Baby, I was the cause of it all. I must admit my flaws. Fucked up from my past, I'm still emotional.
This one's a little bit out of the ordinary. Okay? We're doing a cable press with a cable fly superset again, 3x10 for each here. Now, as you can see, my ass is not touching the ground. Okay, I'm using a foam roller. Why, you may ask? Because compared to the bench, I'm actually able to wrap my rear delts and my shoulders back around here, so I can get more of a range of motion. So, 10, drop it immediately. 10. Use the shoulders back. I'm actually going to press in a hammer strength style. Not hammer strength, hammer grip. Just like this. Hey, dude. Hey, man. You look like a reindeer, bro. Thanks. Yeah, Rudolph. Honestly, dude, you look like your name could be Rudolph. Holy fuck. Last but not least, guys, one of the most intense ways, obviously, you're not losing weight is for medical reasoning, right? And this could be that you don't have a cat, so you're constantly like stressing out, right? In reality, guys, I actually pull all my female clients off of birth control, and as long as they're okay with doing that. Reason being is because it's going to throw your hormone balance way the fuck off. Sleep's gonna be off, libido's gonna be off, Same thing with antidepressants, right? They're gonna throw hormones off, and when your hormones are out of balance and not regulated, it's gonna make weight loss very, very hard for you, right? You need to understand that a lack of sex drive, all those things, those are key indicators that, one, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to lose weight, and two, you're going to be constantly stressed. You're not going to be getting enough sleep, which is going to inherently affect your weight loss. One thing as well is hypothyroidism. So I do recommend that, you know, at least once a year or so, you do get a physical blood work done to see if you're deficient of any, you know, vitamins. If you do have hypothyroidism, now that's the most rare thing that I will see come across, but that's really going to deregulate your metabolism pretty hard, in the sense to where it's going to be very, very difficult for you to manipulate your metabolism, lose weight, gain weight whatsoever. So those are things to take into consideration, but what I see is most common is antidepressants, birth control. Those are things that are going to throw hormones way off. So those are my 5 reasons why you might not be losing weight, my friends. I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Jerry says Merry Christmas as well, and a Happy freaking New Year. And honestly, if you're going to take this from anyone, don't take it from Jerry. Because Jerry, you've been putting on some freaking weight, huh? Hey. Why have you been gaining so much weight? I will say, she only eats chicken. It's the only thing you eat is protein, chicken, right? So why are you gaining weight? It's a clear indicator that reason number 6 why you're not losing weight is because you're on the Jerry diet. You know what the Jerry diet is? Keto. Don't do fucking keto. All right? See you next video.